Alright guys, you made it through a Monday. Hopefully you had a good weekend and now you're back to work. But I want to show you today is something I have never checked out before, and many of you maybe missed out on this one too or just overlooked it, but this is the srp715, and a viewer of the channel, we actually talked a little bit back and forth, come to find out Doug, who lent these in, he lent in actually quite a few watches, and at the end of me talking about and reviewing each one, I will do a master video, and we're going to sell them all off. These are overload in Doug's inventory, and he wants to unload them. So, but along the way, if by chance you're watching this and you are interested in the individual piece that I'm reviewing at that video, certainly send me an email and we'll see if we can make a love connection. So anyway, Doug sent in, this is the first one I'm going to talk about, his srp715, and you can tell he wore this one a little bit. There's actually, if you zoom in here, you can see a little scratch on the Hardlex crystal, and a little bit of scratching around the case here and there. So nothing insane or overwhelming, but overall it's in really good used condition, I think. So. But anyway, let's talk about the watch. This has a 4R35 movement in it, and many people maybe looked over it because it does run a little bit on the larger size. So real quick, let's bust out some measurements. You're looking at, if I can get a good clean side to side, it's just over 43.5, I think, is a good clean measurement there. The lug to lug of the non-drilled lugs, you're looking at just under 50, so you're looking at somewhere between 49.5 and 50. And for overall thickness, including the dome on the Hardlex, you're looking at about 13 millimeter. And then on the lug width, you are a 22 millimeter lug width. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, this is not the stock leather that it came on, and most Seiko watches, the leather will typically work, but a lot of people decide to change it out. Doug put it on this Hirsch. I think I looked this up right. I think it's a Hirsch Liberty. Yeah, it says Liberty there. And this is the artesian brown or something. A very high quality strap, I think, for the price. I looked them up on eBay real quick, and they list for about $63. Has a nice buckle, hardware. This is my first time looking at the Hirsch straps, and honestly, I'll be in the market for getting one of these. It's thick, but it's nice and pliable. You can tell it'll wear really nice. So that's really good stuff there. You do have a display case back. Sorry, I'm moving around too much, flipping it around on you guys. You can see that thing beating away in there. It has a non-screw down crown, so you can wind it from its resting position. And then you have a day date complication, and those are in the black date wheels, which are a nice match to the military style dial. And you can see you have a applied Seiko logo there. And you have the, I guess we'll call them pencil or military style hands, very similar to what's on the SRP, I forget what model these were. Man, he did a really nice strap on this one too. I was just bringing this one in so you can see a size comparison. I forget the model numbers on these. I'll have to look it up. I'll be doing a review on this one too, but you can see a size comparison there. For these are 42 millimeters, so a little bit bigger, the 43 and a half or whatever on that. Or even next to SKX. You can kind of see it's definitely going to have some serious legibility. It's going to be really easy to read. So I'm going to pop this on a wrist real quick so you can get a wrist shot on my little warmer summer day, and I did just eat a healthy dinner, so probably closer to 7 1/4 inch wrist, which I'm guessing this is going to pair really nice with. Yeah. So you can see it's definitely got a nice wrist presence there. That leather is really nice. That is a nice upgrade. And of course this would work great on a NATO or whatever you want to put it on. but I think this leather is a really nice pairing with it. So I think that covers most everything on this watch. It's a non-signed crown, but you can see it does have like a little bump out on it, a little bit different than say a standard 5 or a sports 5 where they just have it's more flat. So it's kind of like a dressed up one. It has the automatic font written in cursive, which is kind of like some of the alpinist style watches or some other field watches they have. Pretty cool stuff. Tell you what, let's check to see. I didn't check the loom on this. I'm guessing it's going to be really good, like most Seikos. Okay, they did not loom the numbers. You can see that. So you have the ball at the counterbalance on the seconds hand is loomed. You have the hour and minute hand, and then you have all the dashes on the outside chapter of the Arabic numerals. So not insane loom. You can actually see the 5 Sports actually probably has a little bit more loom, but the hands are a touch smaller. And even the SKX obviously is going to outshine it. And then just for kicks, because I know you guys are all loom junkies, but this guy I've been wearing is a loom killer. This is the Borealis with the C3X1. It's not even fair to show another watch next to this, because the Seiko loom actually really is good. I've only exposed this to these studio lights just for a little bit, and you can see it, even in low light conditions like this, it's still very legible. So anyway, guys, that's the srp715. The suggested retail on these back when they were available, I don't think they're available anymore, was $325. I think they sold for around the $200 mark. And then he's got this $63, $64 strap on there. So really nice package, and we'll figure out on the tail end of going through all these watches what things are going to end up going for. When I was looking this up, they had another really cool model, the srp709. You guys know I'm a bracelet guy. The 709 has like a gray dial, and it came on the factory bracelet. That's another really cool one. But I don't have that one to show you, but I just figured I'd mention it. So if you guys ever get bored, like I do occasionally, you can scroll through like eBay and look at maybe the sold or listed, or even just look on like Google or whatever, and you just start at a random number. Like, Seiko uses SRP or SRPC, and then start punching in like, 701, 703, 705, and you'll start finding some weird Seiko models that you didn't even know existed. And then you'll like get attracted to it, and you'll start hunting it down. And like this one, this one never really popped up on my radar. I had a couple of these models, even though I can't remember what model it is right now off the top of my head, but because they're such a good value model, but these all have the 7S movement. So this is like almost like an updated version of the 5 Sports, I think, when you go to the 4R35. Even though it is a touch bigger, but you have better case finishing and more pronounced crystal that kind of boxes up a bit, and then has a little bit of a dome to it. But anyway, guys, I'll see you soon on the next video. Thanks for watching.